Hi everyone, welcome. I hope everything is good with you. I can hear my former English teacher just going, "What kind of sentence was that?" That's all right. But I'm sure everything is well. If not, it'll get better. If you're going through hell, keep going. Listen, us knitters, we need to step up our game. Have you seen what the crocheters are doing? Oh my goodness. They're making the most fabulous sweaters and scarves from granny squares. Granny squares. I've never had a high opinion of granny squares, but the work they're doing now, oh my goodness. And have you seen there's a sock. I don't remember the rest of his name, but this sock knitter, well, as a knitter in general, he's excellent. I think he's based out of England. He's come up with some new blanket you knit in some sort of mathematical shape. If you do a Google search, you'll find it. It's beautiful, absolutely exquisite. I need to step up my game. What did I do in the last 2 weeks that I haven't been here? Not very much. Let me see. Knitting. I did more searching than knitting. Oh, but I did do two things that were awesome. I cleaned out the deep closet that I had that was just filled with junk, as well as some of my crafting things. I was able to clean it so well. It took lots of hot water and soap, a broom, a mop. That closet was a mess. And I was able to clean it out. I was able to put some bins in there. I was able to put some of the flatbed knitting machines in there and some of the boxes. Actually, all the box, no, there's one box still left out. And most of the boxes that the flatbed knitting machines go into. So that is organized. So I can even see my couch because my couch was covered with all that stuff. And let me tell you, I discovered I have bought so many pretty sandals and never worn them. I have no reason to buy any shoe this summer. I'm good for the next maybe 20 summers. Okay? So I've done that. My next thing is to go into the crafting room and organize it. I've put some things in there, but it looks more like storage right now, and I need to fix that. It needs to really look like a place that I want to sit and work. Okay? Mind you, I almost broke the window piling bins on top of each other. I had a little space left, and I was like, I have a bin of fabrics. I can get it up there. And so I went to heft it up there, and the thing got away from me, and it was wildly swinging and heading for the window. And I'm like, oh, broken window. Oh my God, you know how much that's going to cost to repair? It didn't break the window. And you think I would learn and say, let me get a step stool. And I tried it again. I destroyed the Venetian blind. Okay? But better that than a broken window. Okay? Um, I didn't do very much knitting. I did do, let's pull this here. Remember I talked about doing an over the knee sock for one of the blue princesses, and this is 120 stitches that I've been ribbing, and I did this all by hand. Okay, and let me tell you, it was all right. I tried to do it using flick knitting, and I haven't gotten the hang of wrapping the yarn so I can pull it, and I didn't get the hang either of moving all the stitches up, but I haven't given up. I'm watching every video out there on flick knitting so I can be a speed demon, because there's one lady on there, oh my God, if I could knit that fast, I could have a pair of socks done in 3 days by hand. Wow. And I must admire everyone who does not use machines, the purists, who only hand knit. Y'all are good. I don't have the patience for that. But one of the things, the stitches are kind of even if I did it. Look at that. So I'm thinking, this is time consuming. And if I want to make more over the knee socks, or even if I want to do one for me, I don't know why I would, I should order a cylinder with matching ribbon. So a cylinder that can hold, I should order a cylinder that could hold 120 needles for the circular sock machine, and it's matching ribbon. I have to check my budget and see if I have enough for that. And let me tell you, this drove me crazy. Why? Because I'm using this one, I think this is a 9-inch needle. Now, I buy my needles in pairs. I do. And I could not find this needle. See, this one is in there. This is bamboo. They're the same size. Because normally what I do, I stick this needle in work and I go back and forth between needles. Couldn't find this. Searched and searched and searched, couldn't find it. Now that I've done this, what turned up? Okay. But maybe I should start buying my needles in triplicate, because I found the other circular sock needles that I have. See? 2. They come in separate packages, but I throw them together so I don't have to look for 2 different packages. Okay? But when you need them, you can't find. I even found some of my Flexi Flips. Couldn't find that one. That's all right. Now I'm thinking I should put this on the circular sock machine and go down to 96 stitches in rib. That has the potential for too much trouble, because if I drop a stitch, then I will not be happy. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go down to 96 stitches by hand, maybe do, I have to measure. I'm going to go down to 96 stitches, then I'm going to go down to 72nd stitches, all in rib. So I'll have 120 stitches in rib, 96 stitches in rib, and 72 stitches in rib, and then I'll put this on one of the circular sock machines and then do the rest of the leg in regular stockinette stitch, because I think it would be too much trouble to hang these needles, put them on the ribber, the potential for them falling and annoying me. I don't want to be bothered with all of that. So I need to take good care and make sure, because now I can go between, make sure I know where this is, so now I can go back and forth between my needles. Yeah. What's that you said? Of course I know how to knit. Who told you I could? Because I use all my machines, I can hand knit. I can even crochet. That's the first thing I learned to do. Well, moving right along. I didn't do any other knitting. In putting the closet in order, I found so many bits. There's still a few I can grab here and show you, bits and bobs of yarns that I dyed when I took those first, how many? I took 3, 4 dyeing classes at Rhinebeck, and I did 2 dyeing classes at Vogue Knitting Life. So I had the bug bad. Let me stick this back in there. I have to figure out what to do with them. And let me tell you, these little things annoy. Actually, whether they're big or small, they annoy me. Because when I go to unravel them, and turn them into a ball, so I can turn them into a cake, tangle, tangle, tangle. Not happy when tangle, tangle. But hopefully, I did this one. Hopefully this one will go even smoother than the last one. Okay? So that's where I am with yarn dyeing. I didn't knit much. Oh, I'm telling you, this organizing bug is awesome. Yes, for the person out there who wanted to know if I hand knit, let me show you. Look at my tins, 3 of them. They're filled with knitting needles. Okay? I have spent money on knitting needles, and this does not include the sets. Because I have a set of Addies, I have a set of Nova Platinas, and something else. And I was trying to buy the whole set of collage needles, but maybe I should stop. Okay? Is there anything? I have some socks in front of me. What's going on? Oh, two things this week that excited me. This. Oh, do you see this? I have been trying to make a sock with stitches and pattern like Fair Isle, and that has been on the Speedster. That sock has been on the Speedster for more than 7 months because I find it so tedious. So I sat down and I'm like, I know how to do duplicate stitch. So I tried it. I know this white background is blinding. I have to figure out better lighting. But I realized in doing this, I have freedom. And look what I did here also. So I'm thinking when I'm on the buses or the trains, I now have something to do. And I found a plain sock. If I hold it back, it isn't so blinding. So I put it on one of my sock, is it a sock blocker? Whatever you call these things. And now I have two-sided surface that I can work on. Yeah. And I'm going to use some wild colors because the people I make socks for are so conservative. The blues and the grays. I am going, especially I have all these different, and you can't see it, but down here I have so many bits and bobs of different yarns, not different, well, maybe they are, of yarns that I dyed. I was just playing with colors. So I've got a project, yes. And what else? Oh, I found these. I'm sure you don't care, but I'm so happy I found these. I have had trouble finding my shorties. I have no idea where I put them. I wore one yesterday, and let me tell you, it poured. By the time I got home, my socks were soaked. You know, soaked. And I found I have two different shorties on my foot. I don't know where the matching side for each one is, but the cold water yesterday did not do my feet well. But these I have to find my shorties. I need to find a bag, and each time I find one, drop it in there till I have the matching sides. But I've got this one, okay? And then, look what I found. These, remember I talked about dyeing? That reminds me, I have a dye station. Yes. Well, other people call it a kitchen, but I have a dye station. What I did, I removed all the stuff associated with dishes except for the dishwashing liquid because there are counters on both sides of the sink. It's clear. So if I feel like dyeing, I can run off and do it. There's nothing in the way. I bought a metal shelving unit. It's short. I thought it was going to be like double the length. That's all right. The first 2 rows are dyeing stuff, including echo printing. So there's foil, there's cling fling, there's you name it, it's up there. So those first 2 rows, I have my dye stuff. It's out of the way. My counters are clean. So if I need to dye, it's not a problem. If someone needs to go and cook, the space will be clean. But I found these when I thought, what was I thinking? Oh, I was going to do speckle dyeing. And you know how people do speckles and there's a random speck. Can you tell I have heavy hands and I got carried away? Now, I haven't seen this sock in a year. And I put it on and I looked down and it has a hole. I was so upset. So now I have to figure out a way to fix this. And the book I bought telling me how to do it, I don't know where I put it. That's what happens when you organize. You can never find anything. So now I have to go in search of this book so I can fix the hole in my sock because I love this, but I should have dyed more. Oh, and I realized I dyed some yarn, this bright fuchsia, and I've been searching for it for 5 years now. somebody took my yarn, okay? Because it's nowhere in this house. Somebody else liked that bright color, and when I went somewhere, they helped themselves to it. That's all right. I will dye more, okay? So that's that. Yeah, I haven't done much. As I said, I just worked on this, okay? And I have some more work to do. And did I mention when I did this, I was trying flick knitting? I haven't gotten it. I hope I'm close. I'm watching more videos because I saw one woman do flick knitting, and my goodness, her speed was astonishing. If I can get flick knitting and be able to hand knit that fast, I'll be happy as ever. Okay? Before I go, I now have 3 working circular sock machines. The Speedster, the AccuKnit by Dave Lord, and the Steber. The Steber is my oldest machine. It's over 100 years old. And when I got it, it knit perfect. It has every piece. The ribber goes the other way. It's awesome. And it has 3 springs on it. I broke one. And someone said, oh, you can MacGyver a pen spring. And I tried that. It didn't work. Someone promised that they had a spring they could send me. It's been a month. I haven't heard anything about the spring. So I went back. Well, first I went to the hardware store and I bought these things I thought were springy, but they were hard. You know, hard, it's like I would need the Hulk to pull them apart. There was no springiness. It wouldn't stay on the machine. So I tried a pen spring again, and it worked. So now the Steber is fully functional. It doesn't have a row counter, but I'll use the generic row counter I have, and I just have to remember where to place it because it's not a 1x1 machine. So you have to go like a whole way around, then a third of the way around to knit 1 row. Whereas my Speedster and my AccuKnit, one row around is 1 row. So I should have some fun with that. Now that I have 3 machines functional, and all of them have a 72 cylinder. So I should see what happens if I start a sock on one and switch it to the other one. Oh, that would be awesome. Well, I think it's fun. But if you hear somebody cussing and carrying on and fussing, that's probably me because I'm not having the kind of fun that I thought I would have. Okay? And I can't even show you. They look so nice together. The portable table that I have has disappeared. I don't understand. This place is but so big. I don't know where I put it. One day I'll be able to show you all 3 of my circular sock machines. Yeah, but I'm excited about this. I am going to be decorating this sock. I am going to have fun doing this. Yeah. Finally, something that's new to me that I think is going to be fun and much faster than me doing color work on the machine. I mean, that sock has been there for more than 7 months. And I know someone who's going to be doing the most complicated Fair Isle sock on her machine. God bless her and the best of luck to her, but I won't be joining her. I don't have that kind of patience. Okay? So, it's time to go.